Hey guys, I'm doing a quick video here on the PDF 2015 season of Payoff Pitch Baseball. Just a quick demo here in case anyone has not ordered a PDF before and wants to know, before you order a PDF, it's good to know exactly what to expect, how they're going to arrive, and the work entailed to turn the cards from your computer screen to your tabletop. So what I've done here, and I'll go ahead and close this and start again. I've got the file here that gets emailed to you once you purchase, and it comes with two versions, left-right splits and an A4. I prefer the A4 version because when you do the A4, you get these black lines for the player cards. And let's go back to Cleveland here because that's where I was before. So we'll come down one more page and get Cleveland here. Okay, so we'll start here with the pictures page for Cleveland. So what we're going to do is we're going to do File and Print, and we go to the Print Setup or Print Scaling, Page Scaling. This should be set to none. That's in the instructions of the PDF. There are other options on your printers, but it's best to do it as none. So that's what we're going to use. And as far as the paper that I'm using, not to do an advertisement for a particular company, but I went to Walmart and for about $5.40, I get 150 sheets in a pack, and it's called Georgia Pacific Premium Stock 110 weight paper. The 110 weight is the key number there. That's the thickest paper that will go through a regular printer without getting all jammed up, and it does produce quality cards. So just wanted to show that. You're obviously free to use whatever paper you like. I find it works well, and I find the few extra dollars you spend is well worth it because you're saving that money by doing the PDF anyway. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and print this and show you how it comes off hot off the press and what they look like, and then we'll go into some cutting. All right, so we're going to hit print current page. I don't want to print the whole file, just the page. So now we're going to print, and then once this comes off, we'll show this coming off the printer, and then we'll get going with the actual cutting. And I find I've done two teams already, and it usually takes from printer to cutting to putting them in a little baggie or envelope. It's about 9 to 10 minutes per team. So about 20 minutes for two teams to play a game, but you can print and play in less than 20 minutes. That's guaranteed. Okay, we're coming off the presses now with the page I just printed, and you can see the nice card stock. You can even hear it in here a little bit, but real thick, tight card stock quality paper. And you can see some of the new results that they have now called Tough Out. That's an interesting one. And they also have one called Range, which factors into the defense. But I don't see a range one on the card I printed out here. So what I'm going to do now is pause the video. Since I'm doing this on a phone, I have to have both hands free to cut. And I don't have that right now since I have to hold the phone with one hand. So I'm going to try to make the phone stationary. Elevated stationary on top of a box, and see if I can't do the cutting here and show you the best way to cut this and how the black lines that are on the printout, these black lines are your cut lines, and they really help you out. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and get going with the cutting. Okay guys, this is going to be a little awkward because this is not the way I would normally be cutting the cards, but I'm doing it so we're showing camera. What I do is I usually just go around the edges first. So I'm going to try to do this and not screw it up while I'm trying to make a video. This is really awkward. Don't try this at home, as the old saying goes. So we'll go ahead and just use that black line. I usually, if I try to err on the outside of the line because you can always trim it up afterwards. And then we've got the cut here. I think I'm getting a little bit too close, but it's not that bad. The cards are pretty big, so you do have room for error there. There is you don't have to cut the left and right edges on this file, just the tops and the bottoms, and then in between the cards. You get 8 cards per sheet. So we'll go ahead and cut this as well. Okay, and then you get the excess just out of the way. And now what I like to do is just go right down the middle between the two cards, two sets of cards. And the lines are nice, big, bold, black, thick, easy to use as a reference for cutting, which is why I like these better than the blue lines that came with the other file. That's why I like the A4 version. All right, and then we just gonna cut this, and they'll just fall to the ground, or to the table, I should say. And do that. I don't know, I'm not timing myself, so I don't know how long this is all taking. Of course, I'm going slower than normal because I'm cutting at an awkward angle. And now I'm going to pull up the other 4 that came off for a total of 8. And I'm sure I'm not doing these exactly perfect because, like I said, it's rather awkward. I would normally be just sitting in a chair comfortably doing this instead of standing up, bent over, trying to get in a frame of a smartphone video. So a little bit different there. All right, we got that. I'm gonna come over here and we can see what we have after everything's been cut. We have our loose pieces of paper that I just tossed to the side. And now, let me get all these together with my left hand while my right hand's holding the cell phone. Again, don't try this at home. Most people on YouTube have better cameras than this, or they have an actual camera, not a phone. But I'm low budget, so there we go. All right, so that's the way they look. Let me get this out of the way. That's the way they look when they come off the printer, and they're all cut. And this card here is ready to play. There's nothing wrong with this card. It is all set and ready to go. It actually prints off slightly bigger than the cards that come from Payoff Pitch if you buy their cards. I actually like that. Being 50 years old, my eyes are not the best, so the larger print for me, the better. And it's not so large that it doesn't take up a lot of room on your tabletop. It's actually a small footprint, especially when you use the fast action cards, because you're not rolling any dice, so you can really, that play mat that comes with the game is really sufficient to pretty much hold everything. So your, like I said, your footprint is not very big. So anyway, that's that. You can see the different, the color really comes out well on the picture cards to really identify the good pictures from the not so good pictures. Try to find somebody that maybe has a higher ERA if I can find one. There's Carlos Carrasco. Look at all the tough categories he has. Let's see here, Cody Allen. You know, they're all pretty good pitchers. Look at Cody Allen. He is in the tough range quite a bit. Apparently he walked a lot of batters. He walked 25 in 69 innings, but he also struck out 99, which is why you have so much tough there. So he has no in play. There's not a single in play on his card, which is kind of interesting. Only a defense, a ballpark, patient, and tough. So that should be interesting to play with that one. But anyway, like I said, I hope this wasn't too mundane. I'm not trying to, put this out there thinking that people don't know what they're doing or whatnot. But for those who had thought about ordering a PDF from anybody, any company, I just did this one for Payoff Pitch. I could also do one for Status Pro. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that now just to show you what a Status Pro version looks like. So let me close this and open up one of my Status Pro versions. So let's see here. Let's do the 2002 Status Pro just to, let's see here, just to, let's do a batter card. Be good, I guess. I can get this thing going here. Get up here. There we go. Okay, so there you see the 2002 Angels team that won the World Series. So they're all black and white, as you can see. So again, they've got the nice black lines to cut as well. So I'll go ahead and just print this one page only, and we'll do a cut on that. Let me get my printer all set up again, make sure that's where it needs to be. Everything all ready to go. All right, now we'll hit the print to print the current page, and again the page scaling is set to none. So there we go to none, the print, and that'll print off. These are all black and white, so this certainly it'll use up some of your black ink, but like I said, the black ink is not that expensive. It's the color ink that they get you on. I think for this printer, the Epson printer, the black ink's around 12 bucks. And and these PDFs of Status Pro you can get on eBay from usually between $7 to $10, depending on who you get it from. I've bought PDF files from 2 different people on eBay. Both were excellent people to deal with, so I would encourage you to go check that out. And this is what they look like. They come off the printer, and there they are. So I'm going to see about if I can do the same thing with sitting down this time. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we'll see. I'll try to set this up on my little box here so that I am hands-free. This is, like I said, do not try this at home. I wish I hadn't tried it at home now that I think about it. All right, a little bit awkward here, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And actually, this is kind of mundane, so I'm going to pause the video and then show you what they look like when I finish. Okay, guys, after they've been cut, this is what they're going to look like. Just standard size cards. In fact, I'll put them next to, I'll put in a David Eckstein card right next to a Kelly Gruber card that originally came with the company. And you can see the sizes are identical, pretty much. I could cut this a little bit smaller, I guess, but it's pretty much the same size. And then if we compare the Payoff Pitch card I printed out to the one that came from the company, we'll do a Steve Carlton card. You can see that that's in black and white, so the color is kind of nice. It's a little bit bigger. You can see it's maybe basically about a ½ inch bigger, perhaps, on the length. On the width, if we put one card on top of the other, it's slightly wider. And of course, I could trim this down if I really wanted to, but I don't really see any purpose in it. To me, it works well. So I would encourage you, whether you are a Payoff Pitch fan or were interested in Payoff Pitch, to try out the PDF. Or if you're interested in Status Pro or looking for Status Pro, you can find, sometimes like I did, you can find the season cards that someone is selling off eBay, the original season cards that came with the game. Those are just delivered to you, and you have to unperforate them from the sheets. Or you can order the PDF off eBay, and you can get the PDF for any season. There's people out there that have them for all seasons, going back to the early 1900s. If you want left-right splits, 2002 is the oldest season available for that. Anything past that, you're going to get just the generic ones without the splits. But I wanted the 2002 season for the Moneyball Oakland A's to do some things with that, so that's why I ordered that. Again, it was $10, and so far I've only printed out the Oakland A's, the Texas Rangers, and now these couple of Angel cards. So again, it's I'm not trying to be a salesman per se, just showing you what I experience and what I enjoy with this and how I save money. It does, like I said, you have to put a little bit of equity, time equity, into, maybe that's a redundancy term, I don't know. Sweat equity is what they call it sometimes for people that do home improvements, but this is not sweat equity because it's printing and cutting equity, I guess would be a better term for it, rather than just getting them right out of the chute like this. But you will save a lot of money. People on eBay do sell the season cards on Status Pro that are in this format, that are actually they're in this format, but they're not from the original company. It's the one they print themselves. They print it off on their stock paper, and it comes to you on perforated sheets, but those run generally about between $35 and $50. So to get it for $10 on a PDF, I'll take it any day. So anyway, that's it. Just didn't want to take a whole lot of time with this. Just wanted to do something different and show you, for those who have not ventured into the PDF world, that it's not anything that's overbearing as long as you have a decent printer. I would suggest, of course, spending the few extra dollars or extra dollar, whatever it is, to get the 110 weight paper. I think it really, really works quite well. It's it has the feel of like a greeting card. That's kind of the texture it has to it. And it's the exact same feel that I get with the cards that came with Status Pro originally if you bought the game. So that's it from here. I hope everybody enjoys whatever game they choose to play, whether it be PDF or from the company, whether it be Status Pro, Stratomatic, Payoff Pitch, History Maker Baseball, Replay Baseball. I've got all 5 of them. I enjoy all 5 of them. I rotate them as the mood hits me, and also depending on what season what teams I want to play and who I have for those particular seasons. That certainly impacts it as well. As I said earlier, I believe Replay Baseball on their website, you can order the 2015 set when that's available. I believe they're experimenting with a PDF version. I am going to predict early on that that will go well for them and that they will get a lot of sales that way because of the reduced price. And I probably will do the same. I will probably, if I order that, I'm sure, rather than paying the $55 for the season set, I think the PDF's somewhere about half price of that, about $26 or so. And then I can save money by printing off the cards my own. Now, like I said, I will put in time doing the cutting and sorting and so forth. One of the side benefits of doing that, though, is you get to take kind of gives you a preview of the players, and you can kind of get a head start while you're cutting. Say, oh, okay, I didn't look at his card, and you kind of it's just me. Maybe I'm just weird on that. I don't know. But I don't mind doing it if it's like 2 teams at a time. I would not suggest trying to sit down and do the whole American or National League. You will go crazy, your hand will cramp, and you'll probably get frustrated. So I would just do the 2 teams you want to play at that time. Like if you're doing a season replay for one team, I would print off that team and the first team they play, and then play the 3 or 4 games with that, then come back later on, print off the next team they're going to play, and so forth. And by doing that, you're just kind of piecemealing it, and you're saving yourself a lot of headache and trouble. Anyway, just wanted to put that out there. I hope everybody is having a good start to their 2016. Today is Saturday, January the 2nd, and hope everybody is safe, and look forward to a wonderful time in 2016 doing some board gaming with either the fast action deck or the dice, whichever you prefer. And I will get with everybody later on.